Hello all. Hope you're enjoying the final few days of season 46. I had been on a bit of travel, but finally reached back and started playing again. My instant training ran out, so now I'm back to playing with the non-IT. So I've changed my attack styles and the troops which I'm using. I thought I could just do a quick video. Just able to push to rank 25 with the first win of the day, which does come at random times during the day, so not too sure what is really considered as first win, but happy to get those bonus stars and get the rank 25 chest as well. So this is what the log is looking like. Not too bad. It's been a few ups and downs, quite a few boss fights, loss, then get back to boss fight, then lose again, get back to boss fight, lose again, and finally got it done on the boss fight. Did take a few times, but that's okay. In terms of the tech, I'm pretty much close to maxing my tree. I have the initial multi-nodes, another multi-node, as well as the extra rocket launcher multi-node, in which I chose motors instead of rocket launchers. I think it's working out okay, so can't complain. Maxed out my shock launchers, maxed out my shock bomb, because those were also at Tick 4 earlier. And then obviously picked up all the 7 tech, and now I can go ahead and unlock the final proto as well. So I'll get that one done. In terms of the hits, this is what I've been doing, primarily using lasers and seekers where possible. On some bases, I'm also using HC seekers, and I think this is the only one in the log at the moment. Just because seekers take such a long time to actually train, trying to use seekers without instant training is quite challenging. I think I can probably get maybe 2 or 3 hits done, and then I'm out of troops, which is not very fun. But on this sort of layout, I botted out one of the shock launchers to make it easier for my troops to keep moving forward, and then using bullet taunt plus clearing out some of those mines where I could, I was able to let my seekers get through to the ERs, and once they're close enough to the ERs and close to shock launcher, that's where I use bullet taunt to make it more effective, and then finally with another shock on the shock launcher. I think it is still possible to use HC seekers. Lots of players are using that against me also. So if you have instant training, definitely consider using HC seekers. Now more to the standard sort of hits. And essentially I'm using 3 boats of heavy choppers, 2 boat of bombers, 2 boat of laser rangers, and a boat of seeker with Kawan. Pretty much coming most of my troops from the side ramp. Depending upon the defenses and how I feel my hit is going, I would try to bot out something if needed. Otherwise, I'll just use critters to clear out some of the mines and do a bit of repositioning of the troops if that is required, or I'll just let the troops run through. On this one, I deployed the seeker from the side ramp, and some of my other hits you'll see I'll deploy it from the low ramp. It's primarily based upon where the defenses are laid out and what I think will help to take down the base quicker at that point in time. No hard science behind it, just see how it goes on each and every hit and then adjust accordingly. Next one, 16, that wasn't too bad. More of the standard sort of layout. Again, a similar sort of an approach. One thing to bear in mind with laser ranges is that you might need to shock the beach motors if they are going to fire on the laser ranges, because one shot can kill off an entire boat and a few laser ranges, so quite deadly because the health is so low. That's something to bear in mind, although Kawan can bring them back. You ideally don't want to be losing too many troops that early. On this one I did regroup my troops further towards the sky shield area, and then using the final boat of seekers to take down the ER on this side. Just needed to shock the defenses a little bit to get it going. But overall, one board of Seekers is generally enough if you have the 7ER tech with all the boosts. Next one, 227. This was a close one. I won it only by 2 seconds. I thought this would be a really good time, but obviously people are quite good with utilizing all of the tech and doing the hits as well. So can't really say what time is a good time, but generally around 215, 220-ish seems to be a decent amount of time to give you a fighting chance for a win. Of course, doesn't apply against Seeker players, but against Seeker players, it's either luck in terms of their fizzling or you doing a Seeker hit yourself. Now on this one, my troops, I didn't realize that the bombers would come down. I thought that they were going up. That's why I sent the Seekers to this particular ER. Otherwise, I would have tried to take out the other ER. But in the end, I think it worked out okay with the split of the troops that I got, and then using the remaining barrage and artillery to take down the ERs quicker. Next one, against Tiger, lost it by 9 seconds. I was a bit slow on this hit, but pretty much a similar style of a hit that I've been showing. Against Boomer Bill, well played, my friend, 223. And similar style approach, because most of the layouts are quite similar. And this one I did manage to shock the beach motor. Sometimes I forget and I lose a word of laser ranges, so it becomes very annoying. But generally I try to remember, although I think on the boss fight I did forget it, but oh well. In the end it turned out alright, and that's what that matters. Again, a bit of regrouping to get the troops over. Flamethrower having fun with some of my troops over there. And then using the board of Seekers to take down one of the ERs, while the troops are working through the Sky Shield and the ER underneath it. And then a final Hail Mary for the remaining ER. Next one, another loss. I thought I had a really good time, 230 with my hit. First, to beat my base with a Seeker hit of 243. I'll show his replay so that you can see the Seeker hit on the kind of base that I'm running as well. Of course, this requires a full 7ER tech. A bit of luck also, I think, because it does it's not like the most consistent sort of hit. Yes, you will probably get it if you have all the tech 8 or 9 times, but sometimes you can end up fizzling as well. And I didn't have the final proto yet, so maybe that will make some amount of difference. Let's see. But good job keeping the heavies and bullet in front to clear down the mines for the Seekers. And then the final ER was quite simple and straightforward to take down. So well played. Next one, F10, got him by 4 seconds. To put me back onto boss fight. Similar sort of a hit. Good thing that he didn't have beach motors this time around, and I didn't need to use a shock early. Did end up utilizing a few mines. He did have a flotsam cannon. Interesting choice for a proto. On this one, I did shock my own troops so that they wouldn't move forward, and I took down the flotty, and then the troops started to clear down the rest of the defenses also. Now, as the troops were more moving towards the middle area, that's why I sent the Seekers to the top area, so that they could help out in taking down the ER and keep the shock launcher also distracted a bit, so that doesn't shock the rest of my troops. Then D-Man, again a Seeker hit, kind of similar to Totu's on that one. And then it put me, I think, at 90 of 100 stars. So I was good enough to match another rank 24. Got those 10 stars and got the 5 stars from the first win of the day as well. So what final hit, pretty much the same. And you'll notice I did not shock the motor over there, and it took out a bunch of my laser ranges. So not a great play if you are using laser ranges. Be careful of mortars, especially at beach. Yeah, don't do my mistake, and hopefully you will get even faster times than what I'm getting. And this one, I'm again going to do a little bit of repositioning of the troops so that they are much closer towards the sky shield area. And then I can use the single board of Seekers to take down the ER on the left side. And just a shock on the flamethrower and the boom cannon. I did end up losing command, but I think his job was pretty much done by that time. It was just down to opponent's time after a particular stage because I wasn't putting up a fast time for sure. And luckily, I got the win by a few seconds. I'll go ahead and place the proto also. Won't really push anymore right now because my troops are still building. So I'll wait until the troops are reloaded and then maybe try playing a bit more later on. I just need to get the final sort of mine node now, and that should be done with the tech tree. Medkit is also remaining, but I'll see whether that's really needed or not, and see if I can push up to the legendary rank. Hope this was useful, folks. All the best for the final few days, and see you out there.